Hey, Brett here. So I'm going to work on the side splits today. I've been working on the front splits quite a bit, and I need to take a break just because my legs need a rest. I work on side splits either using stool or what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And rather than going straight down, I'm going to start with a bit of an angle. I guess I am starting a little bit straight down, but not very far. I didn't plan this out at all. Well, you know what? I guess I'm going to start like this. I've been out of practice on this one, so oh boy. Oh, ooh, yikes. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, well, I'm going to try this. Okay, that was fine. Oh, embarrassing, but fine. Yeah, I'm just going to sit in this for a bit. I'm going to be here for a while, like, 10 minutes, not in any hurry, because I am very slowly over a number of years restructuring and opening up my hips. And slow and steady is the way to go on this. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, but I know that's what I'm doing. Well, and I want to go ahead and talk about the principles. So now that no one's watching anymore, so I can practice. All right, in this approach, there's three basic principles, and then two that I add in that if they're not principles, they should be. So I'm going to demonstrate the first one right now. Wet noodle. Try to relax your body as much as possible. So I'm using these bricks to help me balance so that I can do relaxing. Now, where I'm not relaxing, you notice my arms straight up and down. So I'm using my bone or skeletal structure for balance. And then another trick that really helps sometimes if you just simply put your thumbs on your third eye, it relaxes a little bit of tension in your lower back. And also, I'm not really putting very much pressure on here. But noodle, principle one, passive tension over time. Notice letting gravity do the work. I'm trying to balance and let gravity do the work. And things are relaxing and things are already nicely getting calmed down. Evolutionarily, the body wants to protect this part of your body because that's where reproduction happens. And so you have to convince your body that it's okay. And the way to do that is breathe to relax. Learn to relax in discomfort. So inhale to a count of four. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna just, I'm just inhale to a count of four and exhale to a count of eight, and I'll just naturally do that. Another good number of good tricks. Trick one, expand your belly. When you sit, you can't expand your belly very well. And what that means is, hello, Penny. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, I'm glad you came up here. If you can't expand your belly, you cannot stimulate the vagus nerve, which helps to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. So inhale, and really let your belly expand. And then as you exhale, you can use that to sort of relax deeper into the pose. Hello, Penny. So breathe to relax, 4-8 breathing. Passive tension over time. So time, 2 minutes minimum, 5 minutes generally maximum. Now, I'm doing something where I'm really taking my time and building it up slowly. And also the hips, I'm uh, I'm working with a whole lot of muscles and a whole lot of tightness. And so this is the one place where I'll do two things. One, go really long, and two, practice PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. And I'll get into that later. I'll come back to that. Now, there's two more principles. These are not official principles, but these are principles nonetheless. First one is it's not how it looks at how it's how it feels. So I'm getting a really, really excellent stretch in a lot of ways right now. So I can stay here for a long time and I'm going to get plenty out of this. And I'm sort of helping my body set a baseline. So I'm like letting my body be a little bit of discomfort. And I'm just sort of relaxing. And it's okay, right, Penny? This is a very valuable skill. As above, so below, as within, so without. The more you can sit here in a little bit of discomfort and let your body know it's okay, the more that's going to happen at work, the more it's going to happen in your life. When you're driving your car or walking or dealing with your animals, your loving animals, but invading your stretch space. Let me use you for a second, Penny. Okay, there we go. I really hope she doesn't fart because un, it would be awful, just awful. So it's not how it looks, it's how it feels. Now the last one is you got to start from where you're at. So I was starting, I was really, really tight. Sometimes my right side has got this weird pinch in it, especially in the arch of my right foot. I think that's when I tore something at the turn of the century. And so I got to be really careful going into this, but I'm going to get deeper and deeper over the next, few minutes. Things are really tingling in my hips right now. Now, a couple things you can do if you practice Tai Chi. I'm going to go ahead and work on the second bow. The second bow goes from the Ponstelle down to the perineum. Now, I'm not going to do too much, but I'm going to sort of just slightly tuck my, my tailbone. I'm going to extend my fontanelle, sort of extend my back. Take a big breath into my belly and reach down as I relax out. I'm just going to stay here for a second. Now, notice my arms aren't locked, but I'm not really holding too much tension. But notice I can just do that, and I'm a little bit deeper. This is the patient way to do things. And again, here's that thumbs on the third eye or pineal gland. Ooh, so I'm getting a really good stretch right here on both sides. Pretty equally right now. Oh, I'm gonna stay here for a second. Another thing, a couple other things you can do to help you relax. One, you can introduce ujjayi breathing or just constricted breath breathing, a little bit of vibration in your throat. When you do that, it stimulates the vagus nerve in your throat. I am doing that with this thing right here. So I'm not going to do ujjayi breathing right now. Another thing is visualizations, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm actually concentrating on where I'm tightest Just trying to experience the tightness and really feel it and notice when it starts to give. You can sometimes, especially last night, my God, last night, I noticed a whole bunch of like little tension releases, sarcomeres. Your muscles are like this. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to convince the muscles that it's okay to relax as much as they can. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that by calming myself down by stimulating my vagus nerve. I should be breathing a little more and talking a lot less, but yeah, honestly, this is fine because I've still got plenty of time and I'm not in any hurry. Now, earlier I did mention PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. It's a fancy word for come out a little bit, really tighten up until you start to shake, and then take a big breath and exhale out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, even though I don't want to do it, so I'm going to do it. And I genuinely mean that. I really don't want to do it. Okay, so I'm going to come out just a little bit because now you want to come out a little bit for safety because you don't want to be at your maximum and do this. You want to come out just a touch. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically compress, pull in, and just go as isometric as crazy as I can. So I'm going to pull down with my feet, my heels, and everything. And I'm going to really start to shake, and then I'm going to take in a big breath, and then I'm going to relax into it, and then I'm going to probably groan. The groan is it's not optional. The groan's not optional. Okay, so oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, ah, ah, ay, ay, ay. Wasn't expecting to do this tonight. Okay. Ah, that's okay. Okay, that feels like enough. I have no idea how long it's been, but oh, hey, the animals do add a little challenge. Oh, ah, I'm gonna stop right there for a second. Okay. Amy, hi baby. Hello. What a good girl you are. Yes, you are. Okay. And let me get my legs out of this pose. I think I'm gonna do it this way. Thank you for adding the challenge, Jess. Okay. I know this might seem it's painful, and it is. It's painful, but like There, that's pretty much it on that side. And if chest wasn't there, that'd be a little less challenging. And also, while I'm paying a little pain here, it feels like I'm amortizing the cost of pain of aging because knock on wood, um, I used to have back pain and I don't because I stretch. Amazing. It's an amazing superpower, isn't it, Penny? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Give me that. Give me that. Two kitchens. Okay. Now, eventually, I'm going to do one more stretch. I'm going to do a test first, and then I'm probably going to do a different stretch. Oh, yeah, yeah, right. This is not the stretch. This is just me getting my legs back in working order. That felt nice, but that's not what I'm going to do. Okay. I don't know if I can. So, finally touch on that side. Okay. I have a story about the one I'm doing right now. Oh, just a second. So, in 2015, I weighed 250 pounds and I looked like I was bloated. And I started a dirty keto diet. There's a long story behind that, but there's a quick version of it. And 18 hours after doing that, I went from where I could barely put my hands together to where I could do this. 18 hours. I think it was Thursday night to Saturday morning at Tai Chi class. And now, I can do quite a bit more than that. So I've recovered my shoulders almost entirely. And the next pose that I'm going to do, and that's what I was testing. The last two times I'm doing it, it's really opening up my shoulders in a particularly amazing way. But I need some water. On my hands, I'm not gonna wet with water. Okay. I get my hands to be sticky. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, now last two times I've done this pose, I think I had my hands sort of closer together, so I'm going to go a little bit wider this time and see what the difference is with respect to the difference in the way it's stretching my shoulders. The difference is normally when I do this pose, it's stretching here on both sides, just the whole. Then it comes down to here. But lately, I've also been getting it's a stretch this way, so my entire chest is opening this way as my entire shoulders are being full. So, so what happens when I go a little bit wider? See. Nope. All right. Excuse me. All right, Mr. Cash. Excuse me. No, no, no. Excuse me. No, 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 no. Don't. Whatever you're doing, don't do that there. That did not look like something I wanted you to be doing. Okay, that's fine. All right, here we go. Okay. A little bit wider this time. Oh, sorry, Penny. Yeah, let's see. Oh, and hello, Josh. Oh boy. Oh my God, you're so cute, Penny. Hello, baby. Ah, oops, crap in my foot. What are you up to? Oh, you just have to accept that there are many things that are unknowable. Did she leave? Okay, well, you're over there. I can't tell. Got a nice little up though there doing that. Oh no, you're in there. Okay, I can hear you. So many tingles in my arms. Oh boy. Now, if you get tingling in your arm or tingling wherever you're stretching, it might be okay. How do you tell? Come out of the pose. When you come out of the pose, first of all, if it hurts, come out of the pose. But if you come out of the pose and it disappears after about 30 seconds to a minute, you're probably fine. But maybe pull back a little bit. Goes back to you got to work with where you're at, not where you think you are, not where you want to be, not where someone else is, but where you are and where you are today in this moment. All right, Josh. Oh gosh, let's go for it. I think it's, oh, well, that was probably like 3 minutes, I suppose. But boy, that was a good 3 minutes. I actually have no idea. Oh, I'm just sort of winging it tonight. Let's see. Let me think. Just a second. You can do a little bit longer. I'm going through the classic poses. That feels pretty good. I don't want to do that after doing the shoulder thing there. No. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I need that strap. Okay, right back. Just gonna get a strap. See you, pin. Okay. So I'm going to do flamenco, and flamenco is complementary to depending on which version is complementary to front splits. So kind of half working on front splits as well. And I'm going to do there's three varieties I'm going to do. the first one and the second one, but probably not the third one. I'll do that here. I can do that there. Just trying to be strategic based on where the pets are now, though, you know, impermanence and all. Pets are going to be where the pets are going to be. Here we go. Okay. I wonder, maybe I should just try it without the strap. I think I'll just try it without the strap for right now. I'm gonna allow my, and normally you don't want to have the knee bend here, but I don't mind doing that. This is kind of a cross between Flamenco A or Flamenco 1 and Asymmetrical Baby. This would be Asymmetrical Baby. And actually, that's actually pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that for just a moment. Let's see. There we go. And now, that's now. Oh, that's a bit tight. I'm going to take my time right here. So I'll just sort of do this for a bit, soften it up slowly. Now, this would be easier if I started with a strap. I've got the strap right there. So now the question is that my ego saying I shouldn't use a strap? Or is it just be something different? No, if there's any different way to know. You know how to know. Let me know. You know? Now, I also want to point out that I'm pointing the principle of iteration. Notice I'm not going for the perfect version of the pose. I'm going for the version of the pose that's better than the version I was just doing. And then I'm going to do that some more. And sometimes I'm going to make a mistake. You have to back off a little bit. But over time, you learn your body. And then your body changes and you get to learn it again. Oh, yeah, yeah. Right, really, here, right here. Let your body know it's okay. Yeah, I know it's tight. It's okay. A very strong connection between your calves and the arch of your foot. Oh, right here. Underneath. Which is crazy. It's the rain. It's probably mold. Here, a little bit down here. Fingers are getting a bit tired. Hey, what? And the more I do it like this, it's really good for grip strength. So this is sort of violating wet noodle, but over time, that little cheek gets your hands nice and strong, and a proxy for longevity is grip strength. Better grip strength, better longevity because you fall less. And as you get older, falling is what's likely going to cause most people long-term pain and death. I mean, we're all going to die, but falling is just going to be a particular way to die. Also, Tai Chi helps with your balance so that while you may fall as often, you don't hurt yourself as much when you do. So it improves your balance. So flexibility is not actually going to fix anything, but it might help improve things, and it might help, for example, balancing your body. It might help you stop straining something. As an example, I used to get a huge pull in my left shoulder blade very often. I used to get massages whenever I could, which wasn't very often, but I did. And turned out I was holding my arm like this on the on the side of my window because I drive manual transmission. So I was holding the steering wheel with my left hand and shifting with my right hand. I just had to drop my shoulder. Started adding a practice of putting my elbow on my rib cage, and I managed to break that habit pretty quickly. And I haven't had that shoulder go out since. So take the time to observe your body. Slowly over time, you can figure out that things that you're doing that are asymmetrical and even things out. I'm going to do a little bit from here. And now it's right here. Here. Hello, Penny. What's up? Hi, baby. Oh, you good? Don't lick me, baby. I know you. Don't. All right, now. I can pet you for a second. This is slightly awkward. In fact, actually, baby, you're exactly where I want to put my leg. Okay, I'm going to use you. Okay, you're going to be now part of my stretch. I think. You ready? I don't know if that's gonna happen. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, no, 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 that's not for you to play. So this is going to be awkward. Okay, here we go. Uh, okay. Okay, that works. Ooh, that's a good stretch actually right there. Oh, okay. You got to work with what is. So this hopefully is a good, good. Thank you, Penny. Ah, oh baby. One ear up and one ear down. My God. So back in September, when we found you, you did that, and you still do it. Okay, don't dig. Don't Don't dig too much. Make just lay in your bed. That's it. Notice I wasn't doing the pose with my hand. This is how you're supposed to do the pose, like my hand like this. But whatever. Work, do with what you can. Approximate the pose. We're looking to move in the direction. Perfection is a journey, not a destination. Perfection is a way to go. I think that's fine. Oh, okay. That was good. So good. Yeah. Okay, other side. Let's see. Oh, no problem. Hello. So you used before. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I believe I did this first. Again, this is asymmetrical baby. Now, what's baby? This is baby. Nice thing about asymmetrical baby is you can devote more time to one side if you so choose. The bad thing about asymmetrical baby is, yeah, do it twice because it's asymmetrical, right side, left side. So again, the principles, wet noodle. So this is locked out, so I'm not using too much strength. I am using grip strength, and that is taking time to get used to. But I'm like, right, actually, I just put my elbow on my knee, and I'm using that sort of as a little bit of a lever. And so now, I think my elbow's a bit tweaked. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the strap, and I'll go to hand in a bit. You got to work with where you're from or where you're at the moment, not where you want to be. So my left side, start with the strap. I'll try to do it both ways, but we'll see how that goes depending on my hand or my elbow. Let's see where I'm at. What I'm going to do is I'll just sort of keep it up there. So I'm not really using my hand much, but I'm going through range of motion so that it can sort of keep its muscle memory up. So my elbow is just a little bit bothered. Mm, right there, man. Right there. Mm. Right. Alexa, skip. I like that version of that song. Really like that song. Kind of on that was just off. Okay, I think I'm enough. All right, clear? Yeah, I'm clear. Well, chest is a little bit in the way, but I think I can live with that. It took me a couple of years to be able to put my leg out like this, and it's definitely gotten better the more I do it. Which, I guess isn't terribly surprising. Okay, maybe Chesh, you aren't. There we go. Thank you. Sorry, Chesh. Okay. Ooh, normally, lately I've been doing it this way, but I used to use a little bit of a pillow. This takes a little bit of getting used to. Ay, 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 in my hip. Oof. Okay, I need to come out just a touch. Need to warm that to that. Okay, hip relax. Okay, there we go. Chesh, actually, for once, you're purring. It's really helpful. Actually, I shouldn't say for once, that often it is. But seldom when I'm stretching. Oh boy. Oh, Penny. This is very serious. Okay, do you need to go outside? Is that what you're telling me? Or you just want my attention? But you know what? That's pretty good. I'm gonna land more. Okay, let's really go for it. Ah, it's actually it's on my limit. So, now this is unorthodox. This is not what I'm doing right now. It was really not science of stretching. There we go. But I'm using tension. This is beyond basic range of motion stuff. So this is not science of stretching stuff. Or it's kind of maybe for boot. Do at your own risk. Some assembly or disassembly required. That's good. I was starting to get a feeling in my hip, and it's like, nope, I don't want to feel that. I've felt that before. Okay, I think I'm done. One to go. I'll say goodbye for now because I'm probably about to cut the rest of this. I know you. Are you serious? I heal. Okay, fine. Just a second. Go ahead and stretch my legs a bit here. Okay. Excuse me, chest. Hmm. No, okay, stop, buddy. Here, come over here for a second, okay? Sorry. No, really. Stay away, please. I can almost do bridge. Ugh. Years in the making. That's good. It's nothing, but it's everything. Okay. Actually, never thought I'd be able to do that again. So, never say never, never, never. Never, never, sure. Never, absolutely, but never, never, never say never, never, never. Right, Penny? Good night. Oop. Okay. Oh.